threw that. Look at that. With a point. Oh, he had a phone in his hand. I didn't even peep that the first time. What a selfie for that fan who gave him that phone. And check out the numbers right here. 3 TDs for Tua Tagovailoa. This offense is looking unstoppable unless they play the Bills.
Hey, that offense, and I talked about in the pregame, I think we all agree, Tua, his career may be saved by the coach coming in, changing the offense that fits him. And they were sleepwalking early game. Now they wake up, and that speed and the design every week. We see misdirection that works for him, and it's really impressive.
And Carolina won with no safety help, and he went after it.
Who leaves Tyreek, though, one-on-one?
Once a game, everybody in the league
was terrific.
Just passionate, just the way he played. Just
Zach Thomas speech at halftime.
Uniform and playing with his teammates, and so many of his guys in town to see this event because of him.
Joe Rose impressed.
Mostert, the lone running back, trips to the right. Waddle in motion now across the formation. Play action fake. Tua over the middle. And he throws it 114. Just underway here in the third quarter. Tua getting pressure and has to throw it away. Smith Marset, who takes it, fair catch at the 30-yard line. So the Dolphins maintain their 21-14 lead. Hubbard, the running back,
here they come.
To throw Young, gets it off, throws it low from their own 41-yard line.
Get him, Cater. Get him.
Got away.
He got away.
Oh.
Ooh. Backside, the ball floats up in the air.
Job
David
defense.
Long dives for it and can't. Young quickly over
Good
the
hit,
middle.
Jerome.
And he's got
Good hit.
Edgar feet on top of Carolina. Early third quarter here at Hard Rock Stadium.
Chubbs go. Oh, they got him. They got him. Good job, C. Wilk.
Well, that's collapse in the pocket right there. Man, what a good job by that defensive line.
Second sack of the afternoon for Miami.
Check it out.
So Young looked like he was surprised the ball was snapped at the time that it was.
Christian Wilkins just beats his guy.
They faked one earlier. That girl punt this though. Barrios, fair catch at the 9-yard line. You're listening to the Miami Dolphins Radio Network. Brought to you by
Pitch out to him. They go to block and cuts. Into his own blocker.
That was for Ingold. That was for his fullback. As he goes to cut in, he hits Ingold and gets knocked down, and then he sits down, and we all heard it. Now watch Ingold. He runs back and helps him up. There he goes. Like, oh wait.
He was wearing Ingold looking down and one. Oster
Yes.
will pierce the line and go to the 22 and
goes downfield, looking to him. Down the middle, and he's got Tyreek. Near midfield, breaks a tackle. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, and he's going to come out of bounds. He knew he couldn't beat the final man. And Joe, something's about one of his legs is bothering him.
that's the one thing that he limped off from before. It's hurting him again. What a great effort, but he goes right over to the bench and sits down, and trainers and doctors getting over to him. Yeah. He just pulled up.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he's going to outrun him. They had an angle on him, but he just got out of bounds.
He realized he couldn't get there, so he headed to the sideline.
They went to another.
It's 26 of Carolina. To it, back to throw, fires, and he's got Waddle. Waddle slides down just in front of the first down marker, in front of Matthias Farley, the 8-year veteran from Notre Dame, who was just activated before the game. Looks like they reached on to the locker room.
That coverage was so loose that time, so easy.
Play action fake, dumps it down to Ahmed, and he scoots down the sideline for a gain of 6 or 7 yards. Height in motion, they give it to Mostert, breaks to his right, cuts back in, and dives to the 4-yard line.
You know,
within striking distance of the Panthers' 4-yard line. Mostert, touchdown, Miami.
what a run. Good blocking. some new entertainment in the end zone, too.
Whew.
27 unanswered points by the Miami Dolphins.
Jimmy, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mostert's got 10 touchdowns on the good. 28-14
Yes!
on top of the Panthers. With 6
Oh, baby, let the fun begin.
You're listening to the Miami Dolphins Radio Network, presented by the Palm Beaches.
Discover the Lexus GX.
And today he's got 2 of them.
One through the air and one on the ground.
Yeah, today 11 carries for 83 yards for Raheem Mostert, who's been a real superstar for this team this year.
How cool is that for you?
Well, what was even cooler was running out with my kids for one last time. That was special. And I miss those days. This organization's been so good to me, but to be able to end it on that was amazing.
Give us a shot of that ring. It's pretty awesome. Take us back to August when you were actually inducted into the Hall of Fame. Is there a special memory that stands out from that?
I think the gauntlet. When you're walking down the gauntlet and you got all these Hall of Famers there, guys you used to look up to, and Larry Zaga, Dan Marino, it's just amazing to give them the hug and be part of that team. Surreal.
And Zach, you're one of the best defensive players going up against this incredible Dolphins offense.
Wow. They do so much movement and motion and everything. It's just a confusion to slow you down. It will be tough.
Zach, thank you so much. Appreciate your time, Kev. I'll send it back up to you.
One of the best ever. And what a you say how
Yes,
I like that. On second down and 4. Corkscrewing move there by Hubbard, who gains 2 and works his way out to the 33. And then
a bunch of times, and what an incredible player.
good line blocking and on the move right there. Sharp for the first down. Receiving 31, quick strike and broken up, incomplete. Apple was all over DJ
Good
Chark.
job, Eli.
4th and 1. Bryce Young
4th and 1. Come on, hands up.
And he goes deep and he overshoots his receiver,
Yes.
the tight end, Hayden Hurst.
Yes.
And with him tailed by Xavier
Zach
Howard.
Thomas
So on
defense.
downs, it goes to Miami.
Ahmed, the running back. 1st and 10 Miami from the Panthers 25. And give it to
He got popped, but boy, it was a small window.
and Tua threatened it, and Waddle comes to the sideline limping. That's a perfect throw. That would have been a very tough catch for Waddle because
That's in
the
traffic.
other receiver, it's Braxton Berrios, got the first down. So from the slot, Joe, he runs a nice little out route, beats the defender, and Martheus Farley.
Turn and get the first down. Well, I'll tell you, Braxton's been a nice
Good
pickup
job.
for this team.
One more play.
Mostert, no, they give it to Mostert, and he gets 12 yards and flies the last 3 yards downfield over C.J. Henderson.
I think Mostert was kind of waiting and the thing just opened up. Couldn't believe it. I couldn't either.
As we come to the end of the 3rd quarter with the score of the Miami Dolphins 28, the Panthers 14. You're listening to the Miami Dolphins Radio Network, presented by the Palm Beaches. Play action fake, Tua rolling to his left, throws it back, and he gets a reception on Tyreek Hill, who dives down and now limps up again, Joe.
Yeah. He don't want to come out, though. He's staying in.
Well, Joe, there's a really good reason for it. Now he's got over 160 yards receptions today, right? Receiving yards. There's only a handful of posters for lone running back. Now Ingold joins him in the backfield. They give it to Mostert, right side, breaks the tackle.
Oh.
Hurdles it,
Oh.
and dives for the
Raheem.
What a run by Mostert.
Jeez.
One guy missed and just
Great effort.
another one.
Oh my gosh.
The quarterback C.J. Henderson.
Yeah, right
Oh.
over the top. Man,
Yes. Oh.
so athletic.
First and 10. Flips it to the corner.
Yes, that's interference.
Flag to be interference. And it's Jimmy Chin.
Tagovailoa has thrown 3 touchdowns today. Mostert, touchdown.
There it is. There's your replay.
Mostert with his 3rd touchdown today.
Wow.
2 by ground and 1.
Definitely getting chippy. I can see why.
On a 1-yard touchdown drive right there.
Well, Sammy Franklin and Jalen Waddle were getting into it. Franklin taking Waddle to the ground on the backside.
Go back. No fighting. No fighting.
Mostert getting it. Waddle on the backside gets thrown to the ground. Watch Franklin whips him to the ground, and
Ooh.
he doesn't like that. Then the teammates come in, and
No yellow, no flag. The extra point is put through by Sanders. Miami has scored 35 unanswered points after trailing initially 14-0 to the Panthers.
Put this game like 14-0 in the first quarter.
First and 10 Panthers from their own 25. Blitz coming. Young gets it off as a receiver. He's got Jonathan Mingo, the 2nd-round pick out of Mississippi, for a first down. They got him. And it's Christian Wilkins again.
Got another sack.
His 2nd sack of the day. And for the Dolphins, they're
C. Wilk.
3rd.
By the way, Christian Wilkins had a sack and a half coming into today. Now has 3.5. That's what he had last year.
Right. Out of it. Flips it forward, and as a receiver, it's Chuba Hubbard for a very short gain, a gain of a yard or so. 18. For Carolina in their own 28-yard line. Bryce Young, 3 seconds on the play clock. Just gets it off. Back to throw. Looking all the time he needs. Now
Get him, Jalen.
Got him.
Got him.
And this time it's Zach Sealer.
That away, Zach.
He wanted part of it, too.
Zach Sealer gets his 4th sack of the season.
Jeez, fun.
Oh, boy, he's limping around now, too. Wow.
And right now, the Dolphins have 21 sacks on the year.
Oh, boy.
Berrios takes it to 35. Breaks to his right. He's at the 40. He's at midfield.
Oh, yes.
Puts out inside Panthers territory near the 45-yard line.
When he caught it, it was off and running. I think we got a flag, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
A flag comes in. Let's check it. Hecker, the punter, got into it with somebody. There's several flags down. They weren't good. And
oh, yeah, he headbutted. The punter headbutted. Camera good.
How often do you see a punter headbutting a linebacker?
Oh, my gosh. And he's coming over like, what'd you do?
Cameron Good's laughing about it.
He ought to be laughing.
I just got headbutted by a punter. And the flag came up. There you go. Well, at least Hecker has a story to tell his grandchildren. Yeah. 35-14, Miami on top.
During the kick, holding. Receiving team number 43. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Kicking team number 10. By rule, those fouls offset at the end of the kick spot. First down, Miami.
About 12
Another
yards.
12-yard run by Raheem.
A terrific run by Mostert.
Yeah, boy.
Good job, line.
Gets him, cuts right back
Cuts
outside.
back against the grain.
Block of,
what a nice run, but he's taking some shots, man.
Get Raheem out of there. Put in Savan. Chris Brooks.
They just got him out of the game.
Good block by Kendall Lamb.
And Bo's right. We don't talk enough about him.
Ahmed now
inside the 10. Go, Dan.
To Smith Marset.
Inside. Down that. Where is it? Oh, nice job, Bethel.
That just died at the 6-yard line. Well done by Bailey. Bethel was down there to make sure it didn't go any farther.
Boy, Justin Bethel, what a heads-up play. Got behind it, knocked that ball down before it took a bad bounce and ended up in the end zone.
Yes.
They got him. And this time it's Bradley Chubb, his 2nd sack of the day, and the 5th for the Dolphins. A flag's in.
Yeah, a flag down the field. That's not good.
No, it's not. a lot of snaps.
All right, Perry. Come on. Finish the game right.
Back to throw.
Hands up.
Gets it off and caught by Hurst.
Wait, Perry.
Tight end.
David, you about had a pick.
Dickerson got him from behind.
David Long put his arm in there. He thought he was going to bat it away, and the next thing you know, he doesn't touch it.
Back to throw Young. Get pressure flush.
Come on, Zach. Come on, Zach. Great defense.
Just got it off.
Boy, Zach Sealer.
Good to have you back, Zach Sealer. Man.
Terrence Marshall, the intended. Nice to see that Zach Sealer is looking all right.
Yeah.
He had left off early.
He did. So, boy, he gets going.
There's an echo in here, and I like that echo.
35-14. Mike White in at quarterback. Ahmed, the running back. Chris Brooks.
All right, Chris Brooks getting some action.
About 5.
Alex, Hall of Famer, future.
I gotta tell you,
Undrafted.
Jimmy, he won a position.
Let him throw the ball. Good. Uh-oh.
White is picked. That's going to be a pick six. Troy Hill.
Yeah, he read that one all the way.
White make a big mistake as a touchdown for Carolina.
Oh. Too easy.
One thing you didn't want to do right there. And boy, he was,
Second week in a row.
I
He made the extra point.
Arrow with the extra point. Miami 35, Carolina 21. With 4:26 left to play.
Oh.
Carolina has 1 timeout left. And you got to be aware of the possibility of an onside
this
kick.
is good chances.
He is spun down by Deion Jones.
He got underneath them and just flipped them up.
Third and final. Charge timeout, Carolina. This is a 30-second timeout.
The Carolina. Chris Brooks takes the handoff, breaks to his right. Wow. Pushes one man away. First down the sideline. Chris Brooks still on his feet.
Oh, wow.
I thought he stepped out, but
Oh, great job, Chris Brooks.
clock rolling here.
Rookie. Woo!
Joe, that means that
Boy, how about that?
Great effort.
Shoved.
2 guys out of the way. It
That
looked
was
like.
Deion Jones. He just got shoved right out of the way. Get out of here.
One of the best plays of the day
Now,
by the rookie. Stays in bounds even. Smart.
what an effort. Got to get you more playing time.
Yeah, it sure will. Down to the 10-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what. Running backs take a beating, Jimmy.
You do.
Boy, they just take a beating.
You know, you're talking about Ronnie Brown.
He got rolled up on too. He got a big body on the back that it looked like the ankle.
It makes life
Oh
tough.
no, that's a
hard one.
sore
All right,
one.
we'll take a break as they attend to Chris Brooks. 35-21 Miami on top of the Panthers, late fourth quarter. You're listening to the Miami Dolphins Radio Network, presented by the Palm Beaches.
So with world-class shows, Hard Rock Live, award-winning Dinosaur Pretzel, Council Oak, and much more, only at Seminole Hard Rock, Hollywood.
Ahmed replaces Brooks in the backfield. 3rd and goal for Miami from the 10. They pitch it quickly to Ahmed. Round the corner, breaks the tackle at the goal line.
Oh, man. He did it. Savon Ahmed. Yes.
All that running inside and now getting outside, and Ahmed able to get in on the fun and the action today.
Nice blocking by Hill out front. And by Jackson.
Austin Jackson, athletic, getting out there running, out in front.
Derek Brown bear hug Salman Ahmed, but he was
Nice run.
Extra point, leading 42-21 over the Carolina Panthers. All right, Joe, I've got some numbers for you.
All right.
Tyreek Hill finished 16 for 163 and a touchdown.
Okay. Another big game.
Tua, 21 for 31, 262 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a quarterback rating of 126.
Oh, that's
Waddle, 7 receptions for 51 yards and a touchdown. And Mostert, 17 carries, 115 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 1 receiving touchdown. The Dolphins had 4 sacks, 2 by Christian Wilkins.
Man. Big numbers again today. We're getting spoiled down here, man. 42 points.
Return man. Dolphins today, 429 total yards, 167 rushing, 262 passing. Sadly, that's below their average. Keep rolling. Keep it rolling.
Cam Smith just got in on his first tackle. There he is, number 24.
Sean Hand, the tackle.
Why we have a second?
In a season already plagued with injuries and years.
Well, you see that conversation right there with Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa, and we asked Tua, we're like, what stage, he had some self-doubt early in his career, and said really when Mike McDaniel came to the Dolphins, sat down, they watched film together, they looked at all the good plays he'd done, and they just started building that confidence. So the confidence, the accuracy, the play calling, all of those things come together, and Tua gives Mike McDaniel a lot of credit for his ability to turn things around in the NFL.
It's Young moving up, swinging the pass, and incomplete. Eli Apple.
Oh, yeah. Good pressure. There it is. Kneel her down.
Well, unblocked defenders coming out here trying to get the ball out of his hand. Duke Riley was in position to get the interception over the middle, and even though it's 4th down, you just have to yank it in the ground. Otherwise, it's a pick 6 going the other way.
0-6 Houston next week in Miami. There was some question as to whether they take their foot off the gas, and they did not. They had the kind of late wake-up today, but they responded with Tua throwing 3 touchdowns. There were 3 rushing touchdowns, and Miami's going to go to 5-1, their best record in 21 years through 6 games.
Well, and a real test coming up for them next week.
Well, maybe the second one, too. There's a minute 15 on the clock. There it is. They take the knee. Mike White in there. Not taking any chances with Tua or the Stars. Because next Sunday night's a vital game. The entire country will be watching that one. It's another good Sunday night matchup.
We got a couple coming up here.
2 Super Bowl teams from a year ago.
Right. You know what, Jimmy? You feel a lot better about this team than any team. It's not a 5-1. It might be a little fake. You feel good about this group.
And they take the last stand. That'll do with the final score.
That way, Mike. Look them in the eye. Good job, Dolphins.
And the Carolina Panthers 21. Our thanks to our input producer, Rob Garguilo, Insight engineer, Stephen J. Gray, our technical producer, the Miami Daughter, Frank Fort, and send it back to our Miami Dolphins Radio Network studios to Travis Wingfield, O.J. McDuffie, and Seth Levitt with Miami Dolphins Postgame Live.
Dolphins Postgame Live is on. O.J. McDuffie, Seth Levitt, and Travis Wingfield are on the Miami Dolphins Radio Network.
They did get that video, babe. The phone was going.
We got it?
Yeah.
What is
Good day in Miami. Woo!
Dolphins Postgame Live. It's our 5th out of 6 from the fort. Out in front of the Dolphins team store here at Hard Rock Stadium. The whole squad is here. I got producer Will to my left. I've got Seth Levitt, O.J. McDuffie in the house. I'm Travis Wingfield. And Juice, it didn't start great for Miami, but boy, it sure ended nice as the Dolphins rolled up 35 unanswered and 42 total points to put this game out of reach in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you hate to see it start like that, but I'm going to tell you what. I mean, I'm kind of okay with us not starting well, because I know that we have that firepower to get back in it. You don't want to do this all the time. You definitely don't want to do this to teams that are pretty good in this league. Carolina's a team that was, out there searching for a win. They came out and they hit us in the mouth early and played very well. But we weathered that storm, obviously, and then those guys finally figured out what the heck was going on. You can't spot teams 14 points, Travis and Big Seth, in this league and usually win. You lost the turnover battle again. Barely this time, 1-0. But at the same time, though, we see how much how much firepower we have with this team, how dynamic we are. And once we get rolling, man, it's tough to stop it. So many weapons, so many guys that can get things done. And with number one at the helm, I mean, it works out pretty good for us.
I want to gauge both y'all's feelings because I was telling Seth
to start the game, but fortunately they are good enough, and this is what good teams do: is say, okay, all right, we'll brush that off, and now we'll put up whatever 35 unanswered or however it was. So hopefully that makes you feel a little bit better, Travis. That ultimately the team that you have been covering since training camp is the team that ultimately showed up. It happens to be a 4-quarter game.
Pretty nice when you play.
They're up there with the owners, man. All the gold jackets go to Mr.
Well, those are retired numbers. Those are 2 of the 3 retired numbers. So where was Danny?
With the owner.
Got it.
I mean, come on, man.
If no one can wear your number, you get to go sit with Mr. Ross.
There were four gold jackets here. All of them were up there with Mr. Ross. I promise you that. They weren't even thinking about, where the aqua jackets are. It's a different level. It's a whole different level.
I guess it's probably the reason why some people send her. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. But big win.
But bottom line, though, Travis, is, the defense really, in certain plays, were game changers, get us back on track. And once we got our feet on
San Fran can lose today, that would be nice.
The way we expect to play. And the guys went out to
have a Dolphin highlight here.
Cheese and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like. While New York is caught off guard, Dolphins win what's forever known as the fake spike game, 28-24.
This moment in Miami Dolphins history.
He missed it. San Francisco is no longer undefeated. He missed a 41-yarder. The good things just keep happening. New England's down 3-0. Vikings win, Dolphins win, and I got Sue by my side. Buccaneers doing the creamsicles. Sue and I saw them in the Metrodome in '98. Possibly on the same weekend, not sure. But they look like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of old right there.
All right, speaking of Bama, we have a couple of Bama quarterbacks. Panthers, Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa. If you have Tyreek one-on-one, just throw it up to him. My man is open by 2 strides. And he does a backflip with the phone in his hand. Ooh, I think a fine might be coming soon. But you got money, so you can afford it. All right, Tua Tagovailoa, he was not done. He's going to hand it off to Raheem Mostert, who had himself a day. My man has 10 touchdowns on the season. We're just 6 games in. They do a little, remember the Titans celebration, not like that. Dolphins win big, 42-21.
And if you heard a little extra pep in the voice of Nate Burleson, that's because he wants to represent Raheem Mostert. After the game, it was Melanie Collins with
on the win. You guys started in a 14-0 hole today, but came back to score 42 and win this one. What did you see in the response from your team that you liked most?
Resilience. These guys right here are just, man, when we're down, they don't take anything for granted. We know what we got to do, especially on offense. Defense did their thing. A couple 3-and-outs, and then, they got the lead early on, but all in all, this offense, we're rolling, man, and once we're rolling, it's hard to stop us, as you can tell.
Sure is. 3 touchdowns for you today. That's now 11 on the season. Not only a career high for you, but an NFL high. What were you seeing out there today, and what's been the key for you in this incredible start?
First and foremost, of course, I always got to thank the whole lineman, and even the skill players. We got Alec blocking on the end, and so do we have Julian Hill. So, it's a cumulative of guys that just going out here and doing their jobs on a day-to-day. I'm just finding holes at the end of the day and just trying to make a play.
And you guys have a big test up next week in the Philadelphia Eagles. What do you still need to see from this team before you face them next week?
Yeah, of course, 24, 48-hour rule. I mentioned that last time. It's still in effect right now. But we're gonna watch this tape, and then we're gonna move forward with Philly, and we're gonna get their best shot. I know it's gonna be a night game, and it's gonna be exciting. So we just gotta be prepared, especially with that defense, because that defense is fairly good, and then their offense, is unbelievable. It hurts. So they got plenty of playmakers on that side of the ball. So we just gotta control what we control and do our thing.
In the meantime, enjoy this win. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thumbs up. Let's go.
Let's go right there. I thought Washington Commanders only down to Atlanta.
Generally.
number 10 is wide open. Like, I mean, those are the ones who be lying when you turn around.
Did you go out with a flat tire for a second?
He left the game for a flat. You're like, okay, he's got a hamstring. He's out. No, he's not. He's not. He's good. Throwing backflips in the end zone with cell phones. I mean, the guy right up there. It's ridiculous.
It really is, JJ. And to your point, when you have this many playmakers, just look at the guys that are balling out for the squad. You have 17 rushes, 115, 3 TDs for Mostert. Tyreek Hill, just your typical game, 163, but only on 6 catches. We're not even mentioning Waddle and Achane, who's out. I mean, this team is absolutely loaded. And Tua Tagovailoa, he's in that MVP conversation. He could be running away with it.
Yo, JJ said Tyreek Hill was backwards in the end zone. Unbelievable. And afterwards, in the locker room, it was Coach Mike McDaniel with his winning squad.
Week for us as a football team, okay? We have all the reason to say this, that, or the other, to read headlines, or to let another team dictate how much better we get in the course of a week. We practice our ass off, and then this one was a big one because we were down 14-0. We find out a lot about people when unforeseen circumstances happen. And I saw no panic, no blink, no come to Jesus with people. People were confident as hell, okay? All we did was give us another reason to be confident because of that adversity that we battled through. Very proud of the collective effort, and this week was a big one for us as we move forward.
Boom. Yeah. Salient point you made. Quirkiness, yes, for the press. With your team, let me talk serious stuff. And he really had some points there.
Oh, he's right. He's spot on. I mean, he's talking about the emotional elements of a game, the ebb and flow of every game. Early parts of this game, you're down 14-0. No panic. Just keep plowing away. Do your thing. Stand mentally tough. And mentally just talking about an important week. He knows they're playing next week, the Philadelphia Eagles. And so I think his messaging is kind of in a great way. It keeps it very real. Yeah. And he doesn't make it too high or too low with anything it takes.
Here's what he got, too. His message is great. His delivery, I think, is awesome, and the team understands it. But when they get off to a slow start, what difference does it make? Sooner or later, they have no emotion. Sooner or later, one of those guys is going to make a play. One of them. And here we go.
Play design. No, Raheem Mostert has got 11 total touchdowns this year already. He's got 9 on the ground. And that one little pass play that they designed was perfect. It was wide open, easy.
And boom, here's another stat. Tyreek Hill, 15 150-yard games in his career. That is the same as Megatron.
So as we get ready to, that's decent. That's decent. Raheem Mostert. Yes. Tell Nate, give your boy a call right after this. Okay, Nate got it. We will step aside for a quick timeout. Come back with more on the State Farm postgame show after this.
Before you know it, a cold night of the Buffalo Bills.
For the win, back to back at the crib. You already know FINS for the win. Let's get it. Come on, we got the W. Let's go, baby.
With Sue on Victory Sunday evening, went for a great walk. I mean, it just doesn't get much more beautiful than this, really. Leaves of red and pink and salmon and green, and there's a kitty under the pricks.
Oh, I hear him. Come on, kitty. Come on out. Yeah.
Great day, great day. 5-1.
Oh, you want to get out the door, huh?
But the Jets
No more undefeateds. Pop it, Mercury.
For the New York Jets, their first win against the Eagles.
The joke was on the Panthers today, but of course I kind of expected that coming in. Taking on the Dolphins, it was a battle of Alabama quarterbacks. But Bryce Young, Adam Thielen. Panthers like 14-0. That is the largest deficit Dolphins have seen through their last 38 games. They've come back to a Tagovailoa, short pass to Raheem Mostert. Again, a touchdown for him. And now it's 14-7. Then Tagovailoa, little pass to Jalen Waddle. Look like that. Tied up, 14. Waddle, second touchdown of this season. This is where it gets interesting. Next Dolphins possession is 3rd and 6. Panthers 41. Tua to Tyreek. How do we feel about what he did afterwards as a GM?
It's unbelievable.
Jokes for days. The joke was on the Panthers today, but of course I kind of expected that coming in. Taking on the Dolphins, it was the battle of Alabama quarterbacks. But Bryce Young, Adam Thielen. Panthers like 14-0. That is the largest deficit Dolphins have seen through their last 38 games. They'd come back to a Tagovailoa, short pass to Raheem Mostert. Again, a touchdown for him. It now is 14-7. Then Tagovailoa, little pass to Jalen Waddle. Look like that. Tied up, 14. Waddle, second touchdown of this season. This is where it gets interesting. Next Dolphins possession is 3rd and 6. Panthers 41. Tua to Tyreek. How do we feel about what he did afterwards?
It's unbelievable that he could actually have a phone in his hand and do that. I mean, that is just remarkable.
Let's not hurt yourself. Let's just not, you Susie Showboat there. Mostert up the gut for another touchdown. First player in Dolphins history with multiple games of 100 or more yards from scrimmage and 3 touchdowns in a single season. Dolphins win again, 42-21.
While you're in that situation, what's going to happen with your team? And, you know, that shows the composure and really that's what you see from winning teams.
What makes him such an inviting target?
You just know where he's going to be. Speed kills, and you know that these other teams see that. Those guys have put that on film. It's not just with Tyreek, it's with Jalen. We also have our running backs. There's a lot of other guys that are sneaky fast as well, but they don't get that opportunity, much because of those guys.
Like Tua, I just feel like the way he's been playing over the past few weeks, well, ever since I've been here, like he's been lights out. So all of that, I know a lot of people will say, Reed, it's all because of you, man. I mean, it's not, man. It's really because I'm on a real good team. And I've been saying this all season, get your popcorn ready, man. Get it ready. Great job today, man. Jeffries.
Harry does have 814 receiving yards to this point, which is the second most through 6 games in NFL history. He's literally 5 yards short of the record, which was set by Dot Hudson's back in 1942. I don't remember it well. Then there's Raheem Mostert, who's putting up historic numbers as well. He has 11 touchdowns. That's tied for the second most through the team's first 6 games since the 1970 merger. I don't want to assess at this point, Tim, but how much of Mostert's ability to get into the end zone at this point is how good he is, but also the Dolphins putting him in the right position at the right time.
Yeah, we need to give Mike McDaniel credit. This is a copycat league, and he's coming up with new stuff every single week that the rest of the league is starting to copy. Like, they score 40 points, and we're like, yeah, no, they're running away motion with a tight end. But then they're going to put him in orbit motion. No one ever does that. And they do that. They got an opportunity to throw a fade up top, or they end up throwing basically what amounts to a toss sweep with a blocker out in front. Now, it's a screen, but you can do it because of the way it times up, where you're blocking, but you're not blocking past the line of scrimmage. So, look, it's little stuff like that that you're seeing, and I will promise you, you look and you watch some other teams coming up, they're going to start to steal some of the things that Miami's doing, like they've done so far this year. So, Tua's seeing it great, he's accurate, all of those things. But I think we need to give Mike McDaniel credit for basically doing things that the rest of the league has never done before, which is pretty remarkable when you think about how long and how smart and how creative some of the guys are that have been coaching this league for a long time are.
Mike, in Maniac World, when one guy can actually outrun leverage time and time again, it's remarkable how fast Tyreek Hill is from a game speed perspective. There was one play here in particular that was really remarkable. Here he is. He's going in motion. And look, this is a fairly ordinary play. Great catch, great throw. But right here, first of all, the knee doesn't go down. And then just look at this, guys. He outruns a half a dozen Carolina Panthers. That is so hard to do, to go full speed like this, make a great catch. His knee doesn't hit the ground. 99% of the receivers would have been down by there. And, of course, that leads to a touchdown with a flip phone. Which
Sure, give me your phone.
I don't love that from my perspective, but my gosh, what he can do is rare.
Popping the bottles as the Eagles, the undefeated Eagles, are now the last team in the NFL to lose. Speaking of which, here's Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni live at the mic.
Football. Now let's go to the man, the myth, the legend. This guy is unreal. I've never seen anything like him. Right? He's a road runner on a football field. He's all over. He's the best weapon in the NFL right now. And when he's one-on-one, forget about it, like you see right here. And him and Tua is a special combination. And guys, like,
How good are you when you can go, hey, let's set up the selfie, all right, and I'm going to score on this end zone? That's when you know you're really good, Maria.
Yeah, you're a king of the selfie, and that's not Jason Garrett. All right.